Hi, everybody, and happy holidays. Today, of course, is Ugly Sweater Day. I'm doing my best to play the part here. I've got my Santa shirt, you can see, or Santa sweater on today. Anyway, today we're going to talk about tips, tricks, and traps related to human factors summative validation reports. So we're going to specifically talk about the reports. And we actually recorded this a couple days ago, so got a little bit of practice ahead of time. But because I wanted to have a little fun with it, being the holidays and all, I came up with a mug and I filled it up with treats for myself. So when the treats run out, the tips run out. So here we go. And when you're looking for the information that's related to what I'm presenting here, you go to medicaldeviceacademy.com, and I'm showing that screen on the page here, and you click on the webinars link, which is over here, and that's the page I was already on. It says webinars coming soon. You can always use the search button too. And scroll down a little bit on the page where it says on-demand webinars. Right below that, it says human factors webinars. Our webinar series is complete. All the recordings, all the content is done, except for this video that we're doing right now. But what is not done is the pages to pay for the last two. Being the holidays, I said, Alicia, if you don't get this done until January, I'm okay with that. Enjoy the holidays. So anybody that wants to purchase the whole package and does not want to wait until January, the content's available. All you have to do is send Lindsay, her boss, by the way, send her boss an email saying you want to buy the Human Factors holiday package. Okay? Human Factors HF holiday package. Put that in your subject line, and Lindsay will get you that package, and you won't have to pay for the whole thing. You'll get the whole package, but you'll get a discount. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in the procedure, which is $299 for our usability procedure, number 48. You get that for the cost of all these templates and all the training. Plus, you get the training that's in our usability procedure, and you get our usability procedure, and you get updates for as long as we're in business, which hopefully will be forever. So if you want the human factors package, you can get all those bullet points plus the 3 that are not highlighted yet. All you got to do is send Lindsay an email. And if you don't know Lindsay's email, go to our contact us page. Her picture's there. Human Factors holiday package. So HF holiday package in the subject line, and say you want to buy it. Maybe put a link to this video if you want to. And she will hook you up with all those products. We'll send you an invoice so you don't have to pay online. We'll send you an invoice, and you'll get the whole package. For the prices posted on the page, plus you'll get our human factors procedure, or usability procedure number 48, without the additional charge of the usability procedure. So anybody that's interested, just type that in there. Now, off to the trick. Tips, tricks, and traps. So number 1, I get a 3 Musketeers. So tip. Use the FDA 2016 guidance document to write your report, because they have a template already included in there, so you can't screw it up. And if you don't follow that, they'll probably make you rewrite it. So that's tip number 1, and I get a treat. Appendix A is where you will find it, which is on page 36 of the guidance. You can find it for free on the FDA website. You just go into a Google browser and type in FDA 2016 HF guidance. That's how you find it. It has 8 sections. The last section's where all the details are that you got to get from your testing. And that's what most people think of as the report. The FDA wants all the stuff that's above that. So make sure you follow their guidance. Make sure you follow this table. And if you purchase our package, we already have a template, so you don't have to do any typing. We've already set it up for you. Just fill in the template. Okay, so now we go on to, and I'll leave this up here for everybody. Tip. So that was our first tip. Our second thing is a trick. So a lot of people ask me, how much detail should I put in the report? You put a little bit of detail, you put a lot of detail. Everybody wants to put a little bit of detail because it takes work to write. I'm going to talk about that in a few points here, but they want to do less work. The FDA wants more detail. Give them more detail. So if you're looking for a rule of thumb, my rule of thumb, at least one paragraph for each bullet point in this table. So if there's a bullet point, give them a table or give them a paragraph. You can do more than that, but don't do less than a paragraph. So paragraph, back in school, you had to, I think, have 4 sentences before that's called a legitimate paragraph. We're not talking about dialogue in a novel here. We're talking about a nonfiction technical report. Give them at least 4 sentences to equal a paragraph. 7 to 10 is a long paragraph. That's the level of detail we want here. And you say, oh, this is going to be so long. Yeah, it's probably going to be a 40-page report. Yeah, that's what the FDA expects. Give them what they expect. Give it to them in the order they want. Give them exactly what they asked for. And follow my tips, and it won't take you quite as much work as you think. Okay, so that was trick number 2. Trap number 3. Oh, I'm behind on my snacks. So maybe you get an extra one. So this one, whoop, I'm going to lose it. This one is a Snickers. So my second one is a Snickers. Trap number 3, did you make any changes to your device as a consequences of the results of the use errors you identified? So if you're doing summative or formative, especially formative studies, and you identify a use error, did you change your device, the labeling, the design of the device, the protective measures, some risk control to address that use error? If you did, they want it in the report. So you got to put that in there. And there's a place for it in here. So they have, where is it? Section 4, last bullet, design modifications implemented in response to post-market use error problems. So this could be your post-market for your last version of your device. It could be formative testing, or it could be a competitor's product, or all 3. So that was trap number 3. You don't want to fall into that trap and not have the information that you need. A lot of people struggle with that one because they didn't do their homework and didn't read ahead. Number 4, what is my treat? I get a little Hershey's Kiss here. This one will melt in my mouth, I'm sure. And it looks like it's a mint flavor. I love these. So, number 4 is a tip. Write sections 1 through 7 before your study even starts. Yeah, it's like cheating. You're in an exam in school. You got to get an A. It's a timed exam. You only have so many minutes to finish the exam. But if you paid attention, you're allowed to work on the 7 sections that comprise the bulk of the report before you even show up. So before you even do your summative usability study, you can do sections 1 through 7 before you even show up. So if you want to get your report done early, work through sections 1 through 7 as you're developing all your documentation. So that's my tip number 4. So now our next treat is a Milky Way. The trick for this is this is not a creative writing exercise. This is a boring technical report. I emphasize boring. This is not Santa sweater kind of territory. This is put it underneath your pillow if you're having trouble to sleep. Pull it out and read a couple of pages. That's the level we're talking about here. Not a creative writing exercise. So, copy and paste. Plagiarism is your friend. Somebody else wrote the use specification, copy sections in here that belong. So if you're looking for a requirement, it says intended use and operational context of use. I bet I have an intended use section, maybe an indication for use section in both my use specification and in my IFU and in my device description. And they should match if I'm following the FDA guidelines. So I copy and paste out of the use specification and drop it in there. And if you have an electromedical device, you already had your use specification audited by the electrical safety group when they gave you the certification to 60601-1-6. So copy and paste, don't be creative. This is not a creative writing exercise. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Faster. Okay, and then all your documents will match. You won't have inconsistencies. Their favorite deficiency in AI responses. Okay, next treat in the box or in the cup is another Hershey's Kiss, but this one is peppermint. They're yummy. So this one is a trap. Do not recruit the minimum. So FDA says minimum of 15. Some other countries, minimum of 10, but the FDA says 15 users in each user group. Do not recruit just 15 because somebody won't show up. Trust me, you're asking a bunch of people to come and take a test, but they don't need it. You need it. So if I don't need it, why would I show up? Your gift card is not enough to make me show up. You know, I'm not here on a prison release program and I have to do this or I go back to jail. It's not going to happen. If I don't want to go that day, I won't go. And now you're out of luck. So make sure that you recruit more than you need. You'll have a little extra data and you could cut it short and say, we have enough participants. We are going to cut it short today. Sorry. Those people really didn't want to show up anyway. So recruit 6 for 3 different types, 3 different sites for a total of 18 people. 6, 6, 6, 18. It's 3 more than you need. Good cushion. Okay. My next treat, another green Hershey's Kiss here. Number 7 says, I've moved ahead of page. Number 7, create a data table for all 3 sites and fill it in as you go. So this has to do specifically with section 8. That's where you put the data from your study. The FDA and all regulators love tables. Almost as much as quality managers love label makers. So if you have data from your summative study and you put it in a table to organize it, it makes it much easier for the regulator to read it. But you're going to get the data from site 1, and then you're going to get the data from site 2, and then you're going to get the data from site 3. Instead of only putting things in narrative, write a conclusion in narrative that summarizes the analysis, but put the data itself in a table and it's organized by column by site, because they're going to want to know what the differences are between the sites anyway. And that way you can fill in column 1, and then as soon as you have the data from site 2, you just put it in there. You don't have to think about it. You have a space already for it. The thought part is what takes you so much time. So set yourself up for speed and ease of finishing the report by using a table that's organized by site. Okay, that was tip number 7. And now, because we have one more in here, we have to have an 8th item. So the tip here is what I started with before Alicia gets the chance, our social media person gets the chance to go into our website, and you know she's going to take the holidays off. She's not going to go in here and put in the hyperlinks and build out the pages for all 3 of these between now and when you buy, if you buy now. So send Lindsay an email, says HF holiday package, buy the whole package. She'll send you an invoice. You'll get it. But if you send her an email beforehand, you'll get the discount. Okay? But all you got to do is beat Alicia to send the email to Lindsay before all those links are put in there, and you get the discount, which is a free usability procedure along with the rest of the package. So I hope that makes a delightful holiday that's full of human factors training, and we'll see you next year. Happy New Year and happy holidays. See you soon. Bye-bye.